We should talk about the 2011 FA Youth Cup final, because obviously you played against United and Jesse and Paul were in that side, and you ended up being stretchered off, right?
Yeah, I got knocked out that game from I clashed heads with Ravel. Disappointing end to the season. It was the last game. It was an unbelievable atmosphere at Old Trafford. I think Sheffield United sold out the away end that day, and obviously it was I think it was about 50th minute. I think I might have ended up going off the pitch, and I think we got beat 4-1 in the game in the end. And you could see how strong Manchester United team was back then. It was incredible, really.
Did you? This might be wrong. Did you ever have thoughts at that sort of point, like, this is an opportunity to impress? Maybe this is a club I might like to be at, or maybe I'm testing myself against the level of where I want to be. Are those the kind of things you think, or is it just, this is a game I really want to win?
No, I think you're always in the back of your mind. I think when you play the best teams, especially when you're playing at Sheffield United as a youth player, when you play against the likes of Manchester United, you're always trying to impress. You want to play against the best, and you know that they've got the best players. The record, especially in my age group, every tournament I went to, it seemed like Manchester United were winning it or getting to the final. I think you could see the array of talent that they had in the team with Paul, Jesse, Ravel, both Michael and Will Keane. It was incredible, really, how strong they was at my age group. So no, you want to impress their coaches, but for sure, the bottom of it is that you go into the game and you want to win, and to lose that day was disappointing.
You got a signed shirt from Sir Alex, right?
Yeah, the club kindly sent me a shirt. Obviously, I wasn't there after the game to maybe swap shirts with the opponents. I had to be rushed to hospital. So, no, it was a nice gesture, and it just shows what a classic club it is.
And presumably you were okay.
Yeah, I was fine.
Looks okay.
Yeah. Well, it's worth checking just in case.
No, it was actually I got knocked out, and then obviously I couldn't remember much, and then I went to hospital and I was really ill in the night. But eventually they let me go about, I think it was about 3 or 4 o'clock that night. And just got a car home back to Sheffield and woke up, and obviously disappointing just to lose the game in the final, because it was such a big occasion, such a big game, and you know what it's like playing in that youth cup. It's so big for everyone.
Mm-hmm. Was Ravel all right? Because I think most people would guess in a clash of heads between the two of you, he's the person you'd be concerned about.
No, it was strange, really. He just clipped the back of my head. It wasn't like a big bang. I weren't covered in blood. I think he just caught me at the right place, and I think he was down. But I think Ravel, he definitely got up and played the rest of the game. I can remember him scoring. So. No, it was, I think when you get knocked out, I think it's whereabouts they catch you rather than making a big mess of your head or a big clash of the heads.
Do you look at that now when you play alongside Victor or you play alongside Eric, that you're sort of like the elder statesman and state person, and you're thinking, well, I need to develop them the way I was developed? I grew up playing with Kevin Moore, and I probably learnt more with Kevin than I did with anybody because of the experiences he had.
Yeah, I think in everyone's game in football, everyone has strengths, everyone has the weaknesses. It's about bringing out your strengths and keeping your weaknesses hidden.
Yeah.
So if you can help, one thing I've learned over experience is helping out other people. I think, for example, if my centre-half is playing well alongside me, generally I'm going to be playing well as well.
Yeah.
So, especially when you play for this club, if you're conceding goals, you're under scrutiny. Even if you feel like you're doing well, you're not doing well because you're losing games and you're conceding goals. So, I think generally all over the pitch, I think as I've grown up and as I've experienced, it's not just about myself, because, like I say, if my centre half's playing well, I'm pretty sure I'll be doing things well as well. Yeah. So. I think obviously when you play alongside Eric and Vic, and the way I look at it is I want them to be the best player on the pitch, because I know for sure if they're doing their defensive bit right, it'll help my game a lot, and I'm sure they're vice versa as well when they think of that as well. You
look like a defender who loves defending, like you love getting stuck in and winning headers and winning tackles. Have you always been like that? It's very tenacious, I suppose.
Yeah, it's I think probably playing. I don't know how many games, 200 and odd games in League One's probably brought that out of me. When I was 18, 19 years old, I was playing against the likes of Lee Hughes and loads of old-fashioned, experienced strikers who probably brought out the physical attributes in me.
When did the idea of a move to Manchester United first come around for you? Because the summer before you came, there was lots of talk that it could be on the table.
Yeah, so the summer before, there was talk, there was contact definitely between the clubs. That was the summer after the World Cup. I can't remember why it didn't materialise. I think Leicester was adamant that they weren't going to sell me that summer. Mm-hmm. So I think they just shut everyone down and didn't return calls or whatever.
What's that like for you as a player? Because presumably you're quite excited about that opportunity, and then just to be told, no, just get on with it. Is that difficult, or is it easy to just go, okay, fair enough, it's up to you, off I go?
For me, I think it's all about what part of your career you're at. I think I was 25, 26 that summer, so I felt like I had another year or two to really perform for Leicester, and then I'll be able to get the move, what I always dreamed of. So if it was probably I was 27, 28 in that summer and they come in and I didn't end up going, I'd have probably been knocking the door down. But I always felt like if I stayed another year, I trusted Leicester. They said to me, listen, you stay another year and we'll consider bids the following year. And thankfully they did, and they stuck to the word.
Did you ever feel that your chance of joining Man United had gone?
I always had it in the back of my mind, but I knew that I needed to perform that year again. I just needed to have another good season, gain more experience, more games for England, playing the big games, playing the Nations League. And at that age, I always felt like I had another opportunity to join.
July 2019, that's when it happened. And I'm sure a very, very proud moment for you and all of your family as well.
Yeah, it was a massive moment for me. It was a long summer. I'd have liked it to happen a little bit sooner than what it did, to give myself a little bit more time to prepare for the Chelsea game. But in the end, it didn't really matter because we performed so well on that day. I only had a week's training with the boys. It'd have been nice to go on the pre-season camps and the tours, which I didn't experience this year either because of the COVID. But no, it was a massive moment for myself, massive moment for my family, and a huge honour to play for this club. And then you become captain? Yeah, it come a lot sooner than I would have dreamed of. Obviously, Ash was here before. I learnt a lot off Ash when he was here for 3-4 months, and great guy, been a great player for the club, great servant. What did the manager say to you? No, he just pulled me in and he said, look, I'm going to make you captain of this club. Obviously, it was a great moment for myself. It's a huge honour to play for this club, never mind be the captain and lead the boys out at Old Trafford. And no, he says, like I say, it's a massive honour and a massive privilege. Aside from wearing the armband on the match day, are there sort of weird responsibilities and traditions that you have to take care of that maybe you wouldn't have known about or that people wouldn't know about?
Media.
Yeah, media.
A lot of media.
A lot of media. Face the media when the times are tough is probably a tough one. Mm-hmm. You can't go into a dressing room and pick players out when you've just been beat, and to go and face the media, you have to stand up as captain and go and face it and take the stick and the scrutiny and handle it in a positive way. The other responsibilities, if I'm being honest, we have a great group. We have a great group of lads who all chip in and with responsibilities. Obviously, the fines, which we've sorted out. What do you get fined for? Mainly lates. I just like to keep it simple rather than having. If you have too many fines, it ends up a bit too messy. And I think the main one's the lates. We have lates for training, meetings, and travel really, and they're the three big ones. Do you set the style out? Yeah, I set it out. We've got a good fining list this year. I don't know who's probably top of it. I wouldn't know, I think they've been really good since we've set it out. I think nobody's anywhere to go, do they? So everybody's on time. Yeah, everyone's on time. Everyone comes early, to be honest. Do you ever have to find yourself? Well, to be honest, there's me and Nemanja who's in charge. Mm-hmm. I've been fined once, which is still debatable how I've been fined for it. It's crazy, but I let Nemanja do it, and I took the hit and put the money in the pot. What happened? So basically, you're not allowed your phone when you meet in the gym before training for pre-act. You're not allowed your phone. So we did pre-act. I didn't have my phone. But then you go outside to put your boots on, and you go outside to put your boots on, and you're not allowed to go on your phone in that period. But I put my phone and carried it out with me. Wasn't on my phone because straight after training I was going to put my trainers back on and go for a massage, which is next to the. So instead of coming all the way back, I could have just gone straight to a massage, and the man you fined me for that.
Fair enough.
But he's strict with everyone, so I'm happy. I can set the standard.
Is there a certain level of fines, how much it is, or is it just one set fine and that's it?
Mainly one set fine, but double on match day.
Perfect. I like that.
Did you get a few fines in your time, Rosie?
No, well, no.
I do not believe that.
Me neither.
I did get fined off the gaffer a couple of times, but that was like whole week's wages, which was like an absolute nightmare.
That's something we don't deal with.
Yeah.